What's going on, everybody? It is the best time of the year, cross-country season, which means I'm putting in a lot of hours of work right now and a lot of hours into my own training. Because of that, I haven't put hardly any time into my YouTube channel lately, but I did just think of a quick video that I don't have to put much time or effort into. When you're close to your max training volume, you always need to make sure you're eating right and you're eating plenty. So here I'm just going to show you a couple of my go-to meals. So starting with my lunch, this is almost exactly the same every day. Starting off, I've got a peanut butter and banana sandwich. The bread choice each week may vary, but right now I've got a 12-grain bread. After the sandwich, I always go to some tortilla chips. After the tortilla chips, I always go with the baby carrots. And last, I end it with some fruit, and this might vary from week to week as well. Basically, it's whatever's on sale at Aldi. Right now, I've got grapes and clementines. So the lunch almost has zero preparation time every day, and I like to make sure I just get a nice variety of food groups in there. So lunch is pretty easy, but what about making a good meal every night? Right now, I'm training twice per day, almost every day. So when I make it to the evening, I really don't feel like cooking or doing anything at all for that matter. So my secret is that you don't have to cook every night. You just have to cook a bunch at the beginning of the week and have that to eat for the rest of the week. So before we get started, there's one thing that is really important. If you take one thing away from this video, it's gotta be this, so pay attention. You gotta listen to some good music while you cook. Images and Words by Dream Theater, that's pretty much my album of choice every night. So first thing here for easy cooking, you gotta have your rice cooker. Before going on my evening run, I'll pop some rice in there, come back, ready to eat. So that's all we have to do for the rice. It'll just cook on its own. You don't have to worry about it at all. Obviously, we need a little more substance than just rice. So typically I do chicken and vegetables over that rice. So starting with the chicken, I just cut up 2 decent sized chicken breasts. I'm just gonna throw that into a pot and let it cook. So once the chicken is cooked through, it's time to add a bunch of vegetables. In this bowl, I think I've got 6 whole carrots, 2 zucchinis, 2 green bell peppers, and 3 small heads of broccoli. So I'm just gonna dump that all straight in with the chicken. So now what I put over that is some kind of stir-fry sauce. This week is teriyaki. So once I've got all the chicken and vegetables mixed up, I'm just gonna let it simmer for a while, let those vegetables soften up, and while that cooks through, I'm gonna go take a shower. So the rice is done now. The chicken and vegetables have cooked long enough. Now it's time to serve it all up. So there it is, that's my go-to meal. As you can see there, I've got my plate ready to go for tonight, as well as 4 more helpings of chicken and vegetables for the rest of the week. So I really like this meal for several reasons. First, aside from the first night, which just takes some preparation by cutting the vegetables and the chicken and cooking everything, after that first night, it's so easy because literally all you have to do is microwave the chicken and vegetables and make another serving of rice. Second, obviously it's a very nutritious meal between all the vegetables, the lean protein, the rice to get your carbs. It's very filling and it's great fuel for running. The last thing that I love about this meal is that it is really, really cheap. Part of the reason why it's really cheap is because I shop at Aldi, and everything at Aldi is really, really cheap. But if you look at the unit prices of everything that I bought to make this meal, including 5 servings of rice, I spent under $10 total on all of this stuff. That's under $2 a meal. Just the other day, I spent $12 on breakfast after a long run, and that's just for one meal. So that's mostly it for my diet. Other than those 2 main meals for the day, I may have 1 or 2 bowls of Raisin Bran throughout the day, like I'm doing right now for dessert. Or I may make some scrambled eggs in the morning after a run, but that really covers most of my diet. So I hope you enjoyed the insight into my diet. I'll see you next time.